Jesus said, turn the other cheek. And that's exactly what he was talking about. When someone is feeling like they're a victim or seeing you as one, do not hold that as your object of attention. Don't put that pot on the flame to bring to a boil. Don't prove things you don't want. You prove whatever you think about. When Esther first realized that she had us flowing through her, her first thought was, oh good, now I can tell when people are lying to me. And we said a better way of saying that is, do they believe what they're saying? Because a lot of people aren't deliberately deceiving. They're just expressing what they believe to be. And then after a little while, Esther began to settle into her realization that what her relationship with Abraham, the advantage to herself and to others really was, is that she would understand how it is that things come about. That she would understand. It cleared up the confusion. And so one day, Jerry, Esther will always remember this moment in time. He sat with his notebook. He had endless questions. And he sat with his notebook and he said to us, Abraham, there are laws of physics in our physical world. Are there other laws that would be good for us to know? And we said, most significantly, the law of attraction. What's that? Jerry said. That says that which is likened to itself is drawn. It's like birds of a feather flock together. It's like you get what you think about. Jerry settled into that question. He didn't really grasp it like you all are right now, but he liked the logic of it. He liked the sureness of it. And then he said, what other laws? We said, the law of deliberate creation. What does that mean? Well, that means that you get what you focus on. So when you focus deliberately and steadily, that then the law of attraction responds to that focus and it demonstrates or manifests in your experience. And Jerry said, all right, any more? And we said, the law of allowing. What's that? Well, when you ask for anything, it is given. But you've got to figure out how to allow your vibrational frequency to match what you're asking for. You can't think in contradiction and allow it in. And Jerry said, doesn't seem like there's anything else we'd ever need to know. And we said, we call it step 1, 2, 3. Ask, source gives it, you gotta let it in. And it is that simple. So you want to know when you're not letting it in? Every time you feel negative emotion. Do you want to know when you've asked for something? Every time you feel negative emotion. Because if you hadn't asked and your inner being wasn't all over it, then you wouldn't feel any negative emotion when you are focused in contradiction to it, because there would be no tug of war going on within you. In other words, just this simple understanding will bring you into understanding exactly what non-physical is, exactly how non-physical feels about you. It will lead you to understanding why you're here in this physical body. You came for the variety to inspire you to your personal idea, understanding that once that inspiration happened, once that knowing what you don't want, knowing what you do want happened, that you were deserving and worthy, and that it would come as demonstration of your worthiness and demonstration that you are a creator, you see. So it is simple, isn't it? Doesn't it seem completely simple right now? And what did you sit down to ask us a little bit ago?
Well, I just wanted to talk about the box and the empty,
The children all over the world are fed. And people that don't feel good feel better. And I'm in the right place at the right time where I can be of value to others. And I'm aware of the way I feel so that I'm coming from a place of full empowerment. And when I hold someone as my object of attention, they are benefited by my gaze. And no one will ever be diminished as a result of knowing me, because I will focus into the fullness of who I am. In other words, there's a lot of things you can put in your box that won't step on anybody's toes. If somebody says, what's that box? You say, it's my creation box. And they say, what's in it? You say, everything I want. And they say, pretty greedy, isn't it? You're greedy, aren't you? And you say, yeah. And they'll say, what's in there? And I say, it is my desire that you live happily ever after. It's my desire that you thrive. I put that in there. It's my desire that you feel happy, that your leg stops hurting, that you restore yourself to well-being. In other words, because your vortex, that creation box, that vortex does not just include things that you want for you. Anytime that you have interaction with anyone, you launch rockets of desires about them. That's why it disappoints you so much when they don't thrive, because you want them to so much. You say, yeah. Helpful?
Yes.
Really
Thank
good.
you so much.
Really good.